you'll get a little pop-up that says, gosh, we hope you'll stay with us. And I wanted to check one. Oh, okay, because I didn't know if I let Barbara know both of the sessions, and said she's open to come to both if she wanted to, which came earlier. So here's what we're doing today. It's a little bit different ish in that and this I joked earlier that this one is Sandy's fault, because she created such a beautiful tangle from watching it was another CZT YouTube video, and so I through comments and whatnot, hey, yeah, let's do it. It's a tangleation. Oh, and let me before I get into the rest of that, if you didn't say hi and where you're from yet on the chat, we would love to know. But we'd also like to know if you're new to Zentangle or just new to us. We'd like to know that too. That way I can make sure to explain things. It just helps me have a little bit more of an alert to explain things. And so in a moment, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to put these links in the chat as I explain the whole history of this, of what we're doing today. And for those new to us, okay, all right, Dee, new to the group, not new to Zentangle. Fantastic. So this it ends up being kind of a free for all. So I'm going to share what we're doing. We'll talk through the tangle, through the step out, and then you can work on whatever you want with whatever you want. You can follow me if you want. You can follow Mom, a little of both, or neither one. It's up to you. And then about 5 minutes to the hour, we will anyone that wants to will open up their webcams and share their work, and it'll be amazing, and we will have fun. And yeah, and feel free to just fit right in and goof around in the chat, because that's what we do. Somebody at some point will be serving up virtual refreshments, and
we're promising to.
Or promising to. Someone will steal somebody's pen. Somebody will eat somebody's pens. It's just, it's craziness. All right, so let me start with. Actually, no, let me start with this. I'm going to start with the inspiration. So here is. I'm going to make my thing big here. Not getting all this interference. Okay, so. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't share that to everybody. Let me fix that. That's just okay. All right, and I'm going to share my screen. Like I said, we'll talk through things. And Mom, that looks really neat, by the way.
I'm doing this special for lavender.
Oh, all the aura-ing. All right, so here is the inspiration, and I put in. This is a link to I think to this post on Instagram. So if you happen to be on Instagram and you want to follow Sandy, I'm sure she would love it. I need to get on there more because there are so much fun things. And Mom, I'll have to remind me. I'll have to show you. Sandy sent me somebody was using our tulips tangle.
Oh,
and and it just
they give us credit.
Yeah. Oh. And so she saw it and sent it, and it was just really, really neat. Yeah, and if anybody, if you want to put in your handle, I don't know, I'm sure they call it something else, in the chat, we can all follow each other. All right, so this was the inspiration, and I will also put. Oh, I did save it. Okay, so this is Barbara Langston, and this is her YouTube. So if you want to watch this later, when I send out the recap, I'll have all of these links in there too. But this way, if you want to, have it, save it, and all of that. So if you want to tangle along with Barbara, I did like her style too. Very conversational. And she said she did not do a step out. So I said, well, I would love to do that. So here's where this tangle started, and I'll give you these links just so you have them. So this started with the Zentangle original tangle Arukas. And Arukas is you start with an orb, and then you draw parallel lines coming out from the orb, and then you alternate aura-ing. And oh, Lavender, you weren't on this morning because I looked to see, and I was like, hold your ears, Lavender, because it's a lot of aura-ing.
Yeah, but not as bad as doing that one.
No, yeah, right, exactly. So don't no panicking, no panicking. But so you alternate between it really, and it's orating, but at the same time, no, there's a little give. So anyway, so you aura the orb, and then you aura the spokes, and then you go back to the orb, and then you go back to the spokes, and you alternate back and forth, and then that's what you end up getting. And it will all depend, of course, on how many spokes you have come off it and whatnot. Oops, let me make this one smaller. And then this was by Charlotte. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Oops, not do that. This is Abukas. There we go. Let's copy the right thing, not repaste it. Copy, paste. And so on Abukas, Charlotte had us drawing like a teardrop shape. To me, it looks like a dancing turtle, and it's the same principle. We're going around one and then going the other and back, going back and forth. So Barbara had this idea. Now this one made this one really small. To do it and make it a Irish, and she called it a shamrock, even though we know there's 4-leaf clovers and then there's shamrocks. So this one, it's the same thing, and you could do this with any shape, obviously. So starting with an orb, and I will say the center orb, the bigger you do it, probably the better, because then the things you have coming off of it. So like mine are too close, so that the I don't know what you call this. When I'm auraing the orb, the pattern that emerges from that, it mine ends up being a bit small because I started out with not a lot of room in between the things coming off of the orb. Alyssa has already gone rogue on step 1. I can't wait to see it. And going rogue is approved for those that are new to us. Like I said, it's a free for all. So this one is, you're coming off of the orb, and you can make a heart. That was one of the things that she mentioned, or just do this where you have like just a dip in the center. Completely up to you. Oh, we're just doing this one, Cassie. Just this one. But you can have fun with it and add some of the other tangles that we've done, like the was it Lucky Line and things. Oh, and that was one last thing that I was going to add, maybe. So anyway, and it's the same idea. Go around your shape. I'm gonna not use the word. I'm gonna try to not. We'll see. So that way we don't stress Lavender or anyone else that has aura challenges. You just go around it at a certain distance, and and back and forth, and then decorate as you wish. You know what I should do? Let me see if I can. Oh well, here's. Oops. Right back to that beginning and not play it. No, not play it. Oh, so this was her sample, and so she used the Tangle. I don't know how to pronounce it either. Kateo. I think we might have done this one last year or something. But these like start off with like fescues and then making the shapes around them. There's some other ones that were similar to that, but let's see. Let's do an end result. I can show some of the stuff that we did this morning too, and we'll just show one page of that. Oh, or apparently not, because I moved it. That's always. Oh, there we go. Oh, I made it easy. What? So here's some of what we did earlier, just to give you some ideas on how you might want to play with it. Like I say, you could do one big one. You can do a bunch of small ones. It's completely up to you. Do have 3. Do 3 of the spokes or 4. Some of both. Up to you. All right. And rid of that. I shared this. Oh, let me share one last thing. Don't mind my Patty's Day Tangle. So I created a page on my site, and so if you hover over, oh, here, we'll just put it here. I organized some things too, but if you hover over Tangle categories, and then you should see the categories that I have, although it's really easy to fall off. Patty's Day Tangles. And this is just a small sampling of them. I will be putting them in. And oh, did I put the wrong thing in, Tarla? Okay, good. Oh, you're just re-putting it in? Thank you. Okay. Oh, and I see. All right. So this one, so if you want to have some extra things, to use, you can. Or other ones from your memory banks. If you need me to pull something up, I'll be happy to. And let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, I was just going through the chat. And yes, I was giving it. This is the family tree lesson for how we got to Shamrukas. Shamrukas. And Sandy came up with that name for her. I don't know. She didn't really have a name. She just said, "Oh, hey, this is cool." Barbara did on her video, and so there we go. And let me get down to the bottom of the chat. Oh, and I did answer Cassie right. We're just doing this one, but whatever you want to add in, it's good. I'm gonna look. Where's my 05? There it is. Mom, you gave me this nice thing. I'm almost using it. I just have to get in the habit of putting things back where they go. Okay. All right. So, oh, and I see. Wait. Let me.
Are you sanding with another tile?
Well, I put the gold stuff on. Can you see? You can see the gold shining.
Oh yeah.
And I used the tapping the brush method, and so I just let it kind of dry. But then I was being impatient, and I'm like, oh, let's use the here or the heat gun, and and so I don't know if that maybe didn't give it time to soak in or whatever. So it's kind of like being like glitter and being all over the place. Yes, Dano. Yes, we certainly can rewind the video. I'll figure out how to talk backwards, and we will on the live video. All right. Now I have this gorgeous tile. I think I'm going to do just one giant one and let it cover all of that. Maybe I need a bigger than a 05. Yeah, I decide that now where I don't have everything right. Oh, there we go, at 10. Right at 10. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, so Sandy, so you guys aren't in the same room? And I think I will do 3. It's not gonna matter. All right. It's just gonna look cool. I'm gonna show you. Just draw the big orb. Probably too small still, but that's all right. That's all right. Oh, I see. Then you can't cheat. Got it. Got it. All right. And so, so now I have the debate. Well, where do I want to put that? And then actually, the other thing that I'm trying is coming down closer together at the base. That's what I'm trying. Oh, and Luna had a really good idea. So it's like if you think of it, the hands of a clock. I'm doing 3. So it was noon and 4. 8 ish. That's what I'm going to do backwards. Well, my beginning things always end up looking a little wonky.
Oh, because you're doing it on a circle. I would say I'm doing it on a square, and it's just easy. You go
Oh,
to 3 sides, and
right. Now I'm thinking this is maybe too thick, but I started, so I got to continue. All right. The hardest part I have is alternating them, because that's what I kept doing earlier. It's like, okay, we'll still call these the spokes. Spokes are petals. And then I'm going around the orb. Not using the A word. Although use the H word. And if you know, the hardest part for me is the drawing. I could totally relate to this. But you did such a nice job before. You know, and the neat thing about going around the objects as we do in Zentangle is even if you don't like the shape, you can kind of reshape it as you go, um, with just little slight little things. This one was actually nice. Ah. Then spoke and then circle, spoke and then circle. I was focusing so much earlier, but this is when I was doing these little white ones on the outside, and I was just too focused on doing the spoke parts, and I would miss the other. You know, and sometimes when we go around things, um, uh, curves and things end up flattening out. So you can just kind of exaggerate some and just make it a point to have the shape continue. Sometimes we have to just do it on purpose. How did we get to cupcakes? It's optional. Wait. I have to go back up on this. And Dana, are you meaning like on the video afterwards? Oh yeah. Oh yes, you can do 3 or 4, right? 5 or 6. Unless I want to see you do 11 spokes. Yes.
you know she loves a dare.
Mm-hmm. And then if you end up like talking and not looking at your thing, you just have to see what's the oh wait. It's like where was it? Oh here. You have to kind of see like, okay, what was the last thing? You can always tell it's the last thing that you did because it's like, all right, nope, we have lines here on top of the curve line. I think that's where I ended up. This is one of those that um, we were talking on the AM session about paradox, where sometimes you have to be careful when you stop doing something so that way you don't lose your place or find a way to um,
You know, when we were talking about that, I remember somebody saying something about there's a trick to that.
on the
I think,
paradox.
yeah, when you have to stop
Yeah,
without completing the whole line, I think you don't complete the whole line.
yeah,
so that when you come back, you see, oh, there's one line that's just halfway, and then you
Right.
go on from there.
Yeah, and I can't. I had heard that from someone before too. Yeah, yeah, Sandy was saying the same. Oh, actually, yeah. So yeah, both yeah, Alyssa and Sandy were saying the same. I think it was Rick too. That's what in my head I was hearing Rick saying that. You know, that's it's like okay, that's one way. It beats going back. Like here, you can kind of count too. You can say, okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and here, you know, you can kind of count the repetitions. This I kind of just see. Well, what's on top? It's like here. Oh, you know, the curve line is on top. See, this one is like leaning this way, but that's okay. I think I need to make them a little bit bigger.
Oh, I have to say things when I think of them because otherwise I
Yes.
forget. When I was in the waiting room yesterday and playing
Yes.
with things, I didn't bring a lot of stuff with. I just brought the new Conti colored pencils.
Yeah.
And when I was doing the gem in the middle of the one, that we've been working on,
Yeah.
um, I took the Posco pen,
Yeah.
and you know how you test it on the back to make sure it works?
Hmm.
On these black tiles, it soaked right in. It soaked right in and didn't look nice and white.
Oh,
But
in the like
the
a
pa
Zentangle tile. And thank you, Jen.
no, it was just one of these, the Strathmore.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what it was on.
Because
I'm
they
pretty
don't
sure.
seem very soak inable.
Yeah, it just soaked, it soaked
Okay.
right in, and even on the gem, it didn't show up, so I used the jelly roll and it worked fine.
Ah,
So, I mean, it's like anything else, which we tell everybody all the time. If you're using a different paper or a different pen, be sure to test it on a scrap to see how it's going to work,
right.
because it did not work like I expected it to.
Almost can't fit. Maybe do one more go around, but I don't want to at the same time. So hindsight, if I made these a little bit bigger, then it would. Well, obviously, it would look different. That's brilliant. Mm-hmm. So smart. Um. Oh, so you don't like the white one? See, and I found well, and it just depends. Yeah, the white one. Yeah, it was nice and um, brilliant on some things.
Yeah,
And
I
so
mean,
yeah,
I was mainly using it on the gems, to do that, you know, and it worked good on the colored pencil and especially on the colored pencil because it sat right on top. But I
yeah,
think using it on bare paper
maybe
just,
not so much.
soaked in.
So yeah, maybe yeah, and Sandy, did you try them over on, over colored pencil? Because yeah, because maybe that's it. Because I always have a challenge with that, you know, with the waxy and having the gel pen. Although I've been having such great luck with the number 10 um, Jelly Roll brand. I've been tickled with that one. Uh, huh? Yeah. Well, it's like yeah, because I got one, you know, for each of us that we tried it and oh, I think I'm gonna use. Hmm. Don't know. Wait, I need to go back and look. See, there's the one that we. Gosh, did we do it? Ha, ha, ha. Oh, and maybe that's it. Well, this is saying that to get a good white paint pen is nearly impossible. Most are water based. Now, I could only find like the Sharpie paint pens. I could only really find them in oil, like at the stores, as oil based. So, oh yeah, and you were typing it as I was mentioning it.
I'll have to try them. I bought that. Remember that big set I showed you? Those fine line paint markers, Heather?
Yeah.
They're acrylic.
Okay.
So that might be the difference between, they might work better on some things, even though they're water-based. When they dry, they're permanent.
Okay.
So I'll have to try the white one of that, if I can find it.
All right, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can get. I'm gonna do this lucky line because I was pretty enamored with what I did, even though I found it hard to do because it was like doing a figure 8. Ooh, like that
Look at you, did it. I
again.
just made little shamrock shapes all the way around, but I should
Oh
have done
yeah,
it like that, but I didn't. I
okay,
just
that's cute. That makes me think of the fairy wings.
Yeah. I liked, what was the lady's name? That Barbara. I
Barbara.
like what she did on her sample with just the lines going up and then little shamrock shapes, but I wanted
Yeah.
something more than just a little line. Now I don't know what I want to do.
Uh, this one, when I did the video, it's like this one. It's and it's not necessarily the magic of the line dot dot, but it's the magic of the line. It's the same idea where it's like, boy, those look really ugly, but if I do this, oh, all of a sudden it looks like art. Oh, who knew? Oh, I just find that funny. You know what? I think I'm gonna add some good old fancy fescues in here just because I love them so much. Apparently, I can only have things growing out of corners. All right. Dano has invented the 5-leaf shamrock. That means it's like so. Like if 4 is that's a good luck. So then,
Is it an even luckier clover?
yeah. Oh, now I have the song in my head, but I've changed it to a 5-leaf clover.
Oh.
I'm looking over.
Were you on the family, our own family thing about Sunday? Just
Oh,
trying to
this
remember.
Sunday?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
that
Was it recent?
yeah, well, yeah, Monday I think. Um,
Oh,
John has a play that he has to get to. Oh, it's a good reason I'm telling you to. And
yeah.
Jenny was invited to a purse party at
So we
Channing
get to babysit.
for a couple extra hours.
We do.
Yeah. And so we're gonna. And John has to leave by 12:30, and
Okay.
Jenny has to leave at like 1:30.
Oh,
So we will be eating a little early. So get here early. And then
okay.
Jen's going to this party, and then when it's done, she'll come back and pick up Nathan.
Okay. Well, maybe she'll have so much fun she'll forget him, and then we can.
He's just getting wound up, and then they have to go.
Yeah. Well, you all saw. Well, those that saw, what was that? The AM class last. When was that?
What?
That
What?
he came on. What day was that?
Thursday.
Last Thursday
Last Thursday.
in
Yeah.
the morning. So some of you that saw. Oh no,
It was in
was
the
it?
evening.
Okay, it was the evening. Yes. So those that you know then.
You know why we're so excited.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell this story for those who know. He and Heather fight over this one chair. We call it our comfy chair. It swivels and it's like overstuffed. And it, it, he loves to just pile his toys on there. And then it's his office or it's his this or that, you know.
He has
And
some excuse for stealing it from me.
yeah, and he won't let Heather sit in this chair. But although sometimes they end up sharing the chair and watching TV or things on her phone, and Heather was here before him this last Sunday, so she put all her art stuff on the chair. And he comes coming in, you know, and he takes off his coat and everything, and he goes running into the living room, and we hear what? This one big what? And then
That's
he
great.
proceeded to throw all her stuff on the floor.
He did. I was hoping he was going to help me organize my colored pencils, and
Yeah,
I had a plan.
didn't work.
No, it's so funny. And then sometimes he doesn't um yeah, that one day he wouldn't let me see. He's like, where are you gonna sit? And I could see that little glimmer. And he was like ready to go sit wherever I was gonna sit or put something. I'm like, what? So I'm not allowed to sit anywhere? What the heck? Silliness.
At his other grandma's house, he has a cousin that's 2 months younger than him to play with. At our house, he has Aunt Heather to play with.
Right. See if I can fit another. I'm liking what I'm liking this so far.
It sort of has lost the shamrocky shape, though.
And yeah, because that's what I
I
said.
like I like
Yeah.
the way it looks, but you could always
No.
draw one of those little shamrocks right in the middle.
Ooh, I should. Yeah, and as I said, hindsight, uh, the orb could have been smaller, and then these guys could have been a little taller, maybe. So that way, then it would have grown out a little different. But and I also think I'm going to steal some ideas from earlier.
Well, again, it's one of those that depending on what size you do anything, it changes the whole look of it, which is a good thing.
Loving it. Yeah, Lucky Line one. It was funny because I kept seeing it. It's been around for a long time, and I'm like, but it's like, no, we just got to try it.
Well,
Just
I'm
have to.
using this pen that it looks green when I do it, and then when it dries, it's just silver. But that's okay. I'm too lazy to go get anything really green.
Okay, totally cute. And now I liked what some did earlier, and Well,
Inez said that her niece takes her chair at the dinner table whenever she comes to visit her grandma.
oh, that's funny. It's we'll just say it's a sign of affection. Steal your chair. But it is nice when I'm graciously allowed to share it with him. And I don't think you were in the room because I was watching. Oh no, we were there. I was playing because I had the game pop up on my phone, and so
Oh,
he
yeah.
was playing with me, but he was leaning like on me, and then he had his arm like over my arm,
That
and I'm
was
just
on the
like, oh,
couch, though.
yes, yeah. I was just eating it all up. Oh, I like doing these orbs. I was debating on doing orbs, but I could do orbs and then I could do lines because I was thinking that could look neat too. So maybe if I do orbs on the outsides.
I just did dots. It's a whole lot easier.
This is true. Now, if I could just make it so that way I'm not overshooting the orb. Well, I call it a pigtail, where I have this little, thing that goes in, but we can always just touch them up. Good. I'll have to bring those dominoes again just in case. I might leave them in the car. Boy, if he asks, or maybe we play that dragon game.
Well, I was thinking that domino game you brought is a lot like that Quizzle game that I got for Christmas,
Oh yeah.
where you match
Oh yeah.
shapes and colors and, make lines.
Well, we'll see what he's in the mood for. I'm excited. Yay! Nobody could tell.
We'll tell Jenny as she goes, take your time, don't hurry back. It's okay.
Right. Right. Oh, do you do that too, Lavender? What I was just saying, because like when I make my orbs, that I always end up, like I said, I call it a pigtail, and I end up with a little, something hanging over on the inside of it. If I would just, it's like go slow, then I wouldn't do that. Well, and that's where too, if you have, yeah, yes, exactly, and it's like a just go slow and deliberate. That's what works for me. It's like I know I'm going too fast when I'm doing that. Um, but then yeah, so you have the backup of if you happen to have like metallic gel pens, because those go over everything. So you can just fill it in and conveniently color right over. So some of mine I just made them. I just kind of went like around the outside to kind of like here. Yeah, we'll just shave a little off of that one.
Oh, phooey.
Yeah,
I just thought I have my Conti pastel pencils in this bag.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can still
And
use
you're working on black.
Yeah.
And yeah, Lavender, yeah, the gold gel pen, you know, it's like it covers up so much. I've done that, and then I go over then I have to like go back over with the black, and it's just good to have those options. And if you do it, you know, if you fill in the gold orbs, it'll be like the pot of gold,
Yeah.
right? Oh, I might have to do that with mine.
Oh, I have my gold pen handy too.
Hmm.
Oh, you're giving me all kinds of new ideas.
Where's mine? I just have to do that. Or I have a gold colored pencil. I don't know how well that would. Well, we'll just have to see. I don't think it's going to do that nicely, but. Oh, there you are. Now, oh, I think it is a very old one. We shall see. Let's see, how does this do? Okay. Let's see. Oh, amazing. Well, let's see how long it works for. Do I want to do that, or do I want to? Ooh, no, I think maybe. Make gold dots. Maybe not. Oh, come on, last. Ooh, I kind of like that. One in. Nope, I think it's dying. It's dying. Oh, sort of. Let's see. Dan says he needs a paintbrush to hide his mistakes. No, I bet not. Oh, oh no, that's different. Let's see if this one works. Oh, that one works much better. We'll see how long it lasts. Oh yes, there we go. And for those watching the recording, sometimes you just have to be here and read the chat.
Oh, the chat doesn't show up on the recording.
No. Oh, look at the amazing the difference between a pen that's working and one that is not.
Huh. You sure it's not just the color?
No, because I just went over what I did. I'm like, well, look at how sparkly that is. The other one,
Oh, yeah.
it barely has anything in it, so I know it was on its way out.
But did you throw it out?
No. Not yet. I think it's gonna land right in the bucket. It looked promising for a minute, but oh yes, yes. That's very cool. Now, one more section in there that I should do. Well, maybe that one I'll just do lines. Okay. 10-minute warning. Woohoo!
Now I have chalk dust all over everything.
Yeah, maybe we'll see if we get some shading in here. Well, I think I rather like this. Huh, huh. Wait, let's see. Yeah, there's a higher. Um, Sandy says that I think Stana wants Alyssa's job, and Alyssa says he needs attend more classes than because there's a hierarchy, and you
Yes.
got to pay your dues. Something. Yeah, and bring desserts.
Well, now I have green on mine.
Yeah, and look, yeah, that is it. It is really nice and vibrant on that black.
That was the hardest part was when I was coloring with this in the waiting room and you have all that chalk dust and I just didn't want to go dump it on the floor. I sort of dumped it in my bag that I was carrying, thinking, well, it won't hurt too much in there. Well, I'm happy with that. It looks Irisher.
Irish,
It's a new word. I just
Irish.
invented it. Irisher.
You know, somewhere I have. Well, I don't think it ever worked. So I wonder if you get like a little. Like they have these little vacuums for computers, like for vacuuming out your keys. That I don't think that they ever really work. That it's like, oh, yeah. What do you do if you want to travel and use chalk pencils? Then what do you do? Maybe that's the answer.
Oh, that would be. Yeah. Or a can of that compressed air and then you just blow it everywhere.
To see if anyone is looking at you.
Oh, yes. Yeah, because I have some on the you can see, it shows up better in the camera. Like,
Whoops.
like
Oh yeah.
that I don't really see it in real life, but it does, yeah, and I got one of those somewhere. I just
Yeah.
find it.
Okay.
Now I
And
just have to eat it. It's not a new one, so
huh. No, I'm not sure.
oh, I wonder if I went.
Where I can add.
Yeah. Let me see where it looks the worst. this corner right here.
Now, let's see. Oh, I see out of the corner of my eye. Whoa! Wait, which one was the one you went rogue on? Oh, okay. Oh, how neat. Neat, neat, neat. Oh,
I think the kneaded eraser
oh,
helps somewhat. I'm going to
oh
have to get...
show the kneaded eraser because is it Leisha is asking?
They're gray, and this is just like a half of one. And real artists use them a
Real
lot.
thing.
But we have a...
Oh,
they eventually they should be able... You should be able to mush them, and when you see how it stretches, and then you pull it back together, and then this is clean. So then if you have to get more stuff off, you use the clean area, and then you stretch it again till it breaks. This one won't do anything.
cool. And then you can kind of daub off your stuff.
What?
Oh, these are nice. Nice, nice, nice.
How did I get that?
Oh, and so those look like little. Those are smaller rounds. Those are neat. Neat, neat. All right, is this everybody? It is. Oh no, there's Shulamit. Hi. Ah, nice. All right, hold them steady, and as soon as that clears my thing, I will take. There we go. All right, I got it. I do believe I do. Okay, awesome. Oh, 1 second. Hold. Keep them steady. All right, I'll get this anyway. Is that way? All right. I got these. All right. And I will just add it. Let me though save this. I have 7 from the morning because I kept adding. I'll be doing good if I just have 2 for this one. Oh, and let me. There we go. Oh, that's gorgeous. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, and I did. Oh, and Sandy, I got yours good to hear with the flag, so I might just pick and choose which ones I do. All right, let me. Oh, and. Well, we'll see. And if I missed you, well, you can always email to me. And yeah, and D, I got yours. And Shulami, I got yours, but you did something different there.
I can turn off my camera now, right? You got...
Yes, I got it. Okay. And let me save this one.
So, Leisha was asking where to get the kneaded erasers. I'm thinking any art store.
Even an office supply store.
Oh, could be. Yes, I've never looked there, but they're a true artist material.
Oh no!
You should be able to find them anywhere you can get art supplies, or Amazon if nothing else works. But then you might have to buy a whole box of them or something.
PM3. All right, got it, Sulamit. And all right, so let me turn off mine, and we'll share the screen. In one order or another. There we go. All right. And so this one, I'm going to go in backwards order. And D, don't worry. What I ended up doing with this is I cut and paste. And why is it not showing the bottom? Well, I got the most part there of yours.
Got mine while I was moving my hands, but after that isn't the picture.
Oh wait,
Mother will clean these up.
Yes. Oh, there we go. Okay, let me just save that. Yeah, I like that with the other. And I got yours, D. Let me go to the second one. That was 3. This was 2. There, yeah, there's yours. Yeah, I have yours there in the bottom. Awesome, awesome. Okay. And move so we can see most of everything. Yeah, so Shirley did more of the original, which it looks neat. It's fantastic. And Oh, it's backwards, but yes. Happy birthday to Alyssa tomorrow.
Wait, I'm looking for Dan's. Where's Dan's? Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, where? Oh, there it is, right here. Where my mouse is. That looks neat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He did like I did. I put a stem and or it like you do the rest of the things.
yeah, neat, neat. Look at these. Let me. I want to move out so I can see. Oh, and I like Carla's. I like your. Just so delicate looking. And I said, and you and Tom were definitely not copying it off of each other. So I think the only one time that it seemed like it was like last time or something, but it was just the nature of the tangle, I think. And I like what Rosemary did. You keep having that border around the outside of those. That's really cool. Oh, so neat.
Oh, I say, I say, what in the world is Shulamit writing? But
Oh,
I don't know how some people can do that.
yeah.
I can read it if I know that's what it is, but I can't. I couldn't write it or.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So normally though on this it doesn't do the backwards thing. Oh, turn out. And Sandy, you're look at the dimension on that. It's like it's
Yeah.
raised up. Please, yeah, we would love to have you speak Irish. It's funny because you would just think, no, there is an actual Irish language. Is Irish different than Gaelic? I think Gaelic is probably is older, but is it the same or is it different? And I like those colors that Joe had. I like everybody's. So neat. Debs is just so very festive.
Melissa thought she said about standing. She just typed a bunch of letters.
Oh, okay, so it's a form of gay. Okay, well that's interesting. That maybe kind of like the Romance languages are all. Well, that's probably not the same. Like how they come off of Latin. We were just talking about languages earlier today. Well, earlier in my early meeting. But anyway, back to these. Before I say bye to the recording, they're gorgeous.
That's right. Mel has one that's not on a paper plate, but I
Yeah.
like that the edge of her paper plate is color appropriate.
Yeah.
Perfect border.
Yes. Oh, these are just fantastic. And looking at Sharon's, I love how big. So it's one of those things where it's like it's neat to see what everybody has done, and so like how big that those initial um petals are, and how I mean that just looks really really neat. I like that better than mine. Mine is okay. It's an experiment, right? And Inez has one that's very spacey looking. Love that on the back. Is it like Necton or something? I can't remember a tangle where it's just kind of a grid and you put little orbs in here and there. So neat.
So much you can do with this.
Wow, wow, wow.
Because like Kim's looks very just flowery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even her the little ones. I mean, if
Yeah,
she colored them green, then we would know those are supposed to be shamrocks or whatever. But not colored in, or if you do this and do it in other colors, it doesn't have to look shamrocky.
right.
It's another new word I made up.
And Odidi, I love the fescues with the dots on them. I mean, I love
Uh,
all of it, but that
Sandy says she can wish Alyssa, happy birthday in Irish in a few minutes. Oh,
Oh,
can
okay,
she? Yeah.
okay. Well, we could say goodbye to the recording if that's what you're worried about.